Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the So Many Heads expedition in the Unshakeable Island. For this expedition, we're going to be using the Con Marshal. I also brought a set of anchors with me for emergency purposes. You don't need any other specialists or other cargo like that. This is a purely scouting expedition, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So, the first thing we're going to do is make our way over to the big island. So we're going to follow our path down across the river to the small island, and then over to the big island where we'll be able to go over here and take pictures of the stone head. So that is what we're going to go do. So to start off, we're going to make our way down this mountain ridge here. And we're going to follow this over to our spot where we'll be able to crawl down to the shoreline and make our way across the river. Being very careful, we got to watch the speed here so we don't get flipped sideways going over the rocks. There we go, get around the rocks there. And we're going to go ahead and make our way over to the spot where we'll be able to climb down, which is right over here through these trees. Once we get over these trees, we're going to go follow the rocky path down to the shoreline. Again, modulate your speed. Make sure you don't take any weird bounces going over the rocks. Just ease your way down the hill. And once we're down here, we're going to make our way over to the shoreline. And once we've made it to the shoreline, we're going to just make our way across the river here. We're going to look for the high points and basically just island hop our way over to the secondary island here. And once we've made it to this island, we're going to just work our way to the north end of the island, just kind of following the path. Looks like we got ourselves an airdrop up as well. That'll give us a chance to top off fuel, grab some extra treasures and gear. We got a jack screw, we got a gem, and I'm going to go ahead and top off the fuel. And we're going to continue on our way. The scrap metal, I don't really pick up the scrap metal too much. Those are useful if you're sitting down and just playing in free roam. You can collect the scrap metal, bring it back to your outpost, and in the workshop building, you can convert the scrap metal into extra spare parts if you want to use those for repairing vehicles or building bridges and things like that. So. For the most part, I usually try to ignore the scrap metal because unless you're using it for parts, it doesn't really sell for anything. So that's kind of its only use is to actually bring it back to the base. So we're going to go ahead and cross over here. And once we made it to the top, we're going to navigate these rocks and climb our way up to the center of the island here. So we're just going to keep following the path here, and then once we get to the top, we're going to cut through the woods and make our way over to the stone heads. And we're going to do that right here. There's a nice path off to the right that we're going to be able to use to navigate over to the stone heads. You do got to kind of snake through the woods a little bit here. And watch out for these rocks. There's some rocks right through those trees. You got to be careful for those. And we're going to navigate down onto this flatter area here. And we're going to just go right in between these rocks here. Nice little path here. Once we get to the other side, we're going to go over to the left. Grab this tree branch, balance ourselves out. And we're going to climb over this rock here. And once we get over these rocks, we need to get to that vantage point over there to take the first picture. And I'm going to back up a little bit, get a better angle. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and take a picture of the stone head. So what we're looking for is right here on the mountain face. We're going to take a picture of that. Doesn't really look like much of a stone head from that angle, but that is what we need to take a picture of. And from here, we're going to climb down these rocks on the other side and go around this high spot here. That's going to take us here, where we're going to once again take a look at the rock here. Zoom in and adjust the focus, and there we go. That is a stone head in the rocks that we're going to take a picture of. Alright, so the next step, what we're going to do is head on down the shoreline here over to our bridges, and we're going to cross our bridges and go onto this island, and we're going to basically just, from here, use binoculars and reveal this shoreline, explore this area. So we're going to go ahead and follow this path out and down to the shoreline. And that's going to get us to where our bridges are built. We're going to cross those and then use a combination of binoculars and the drone and finish exploring the area. Alright, here is our bridges. Over this tree. Alright, we're going to very carefully watch the tire placements, cross the bridge here, cross this island, and then we're going to go across the second bridge. And from here, we need to go ahead and make our way over to this southern island. So we're going to go right down the river. There's a nice shallow crossing here that will get us across. And from here, I'm going to go use some binoculars. And we're going to scan the area to our left. And scan the area to the right. And we are at 75%, so we need to get the other end of the island discovered. So we're going to go ahead and make our way across the island here. This island does have some pretty tough hills, but it is not very rocky in the center area here, so we're going to be able to just kind of position our truck and drive across to the other side. And once we've made it here, we're going to once again grab the binoculars and go ahead and scan the horizon. That should be most of it. It looks like we're missing one little spot. Where's that spot? Okay, I'm going to have to grab the drone, and we're going to just fly the drone over here. Can't seem to hit that with the binoculars. And there we go. That is another expedition complete. This unlocks the side-mounted racks for the Tuz Warthog. So, hope you guys enjoyed this expedition guide. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!